Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Olympics 2, week 8, 9, whatever, it's the final week. My sore has finally healed, well, close enough, I no longer feel pain from it. Anyways, this week we're playing Super Mario RPG, and we get an extra 5 minutes to prepare. And it did not say anywhere in the rules for this week that we only had to use one team. So I got equipment for more than just 3 characters. Which is fine, I'm guessing. If not, you can take away my points. I sold all 3 of the possible, that I could think of, items that would wreck this challenge. I can't really think of anything to talk. I'm kind of like, sleep, but whatever. I never played this game before this competition, which seems to be a trend, which brings me to a kind of surprising thing that I noticed earlier. Apparently I scored over 25 points last week, which is pretty impressive for me, considering I'm usually 25 or under, which is fine. I'm currently in the top 5 at 5th place. There's no way for me to get into the top 3, which is fine. I had fun with this little challenge. And in case you can't tell, I'm using all the characters except for Malo. Because, well, part of the challenge is he kind of loses much usability. Here I get 3 crystallines and 3 power blasts. I know I saw a couple people using crystallines only, but I like some extra power to go in my defense, especially when I'm on a time limit. Got the Mega Glove, Fuzzy Shirt, and Amulet for Mario, the Work Pants, and Zoom Shoes for Bowser, Hand Cannon, and Fuzzy Cape for Geno, the Frying Pan, and the Fuzzy Dress. And what was it I gave her? Ghost Medal, okay. For Toadstool or Princess Peach, or I would say Pauline, but it's a different character from Donkey Kong, which is fine. And back to Monster Town. I've taken about 3 minutes 15 seconds so far of my preparations. Come over here and get my last bit of equipment. I had considered trying to get rock candies or something, but I don't know how that works. I just explored the towns and whatnot, talking to all the NPCs and everything. But I don't know if it works with regular mushrooms that you can buy, or if you gotta find them, or what. And that would have been pretty handy. It's probably one of the items that you're not supposed to use, though. Which is pretty good, since I didn't get them after all. Here comes the first boss, who we actually had to fight 2 times, because Fat Kakashi already beat him the first time. Jinx! I like this guy. I like this guy a lot more than the other boss. And Spike Link, I did a lot of practicing, trying with the timing. I'm not very good at dodging, but I can time the physical attacks pretty daggone well. I'm better with the glove than the jump, obviously, but whatever. I decided this first fight is going to be easy enough to just cruise through and not worry about the items that I got. Well, I can still hear that. The volume's just the volume's all the way down, I can still hear that Joker. Sorry. Anyways, once you get him down to a certain amount of HP, I don't know how much it is. I think it's probably about a quarter of his regular health. He uses Valor Up, which boosts his defense. Oh, jeez. Jump and kick. I decided to use Bowser for this fight because he's tanky, which is very nice here. And Mario, obviously, because he's a very good damage dealer, and Toadstool because of her healing abilities. Bowser's also good at dealing damage, but whatever. Bombs away, I cannot dodge that, and Bowser always dies to it. So I used the pick-me-ups I got earlier. Seriously? My volume's at 0 and I can still hear that. Anyways, I did a lot of practicing so I can get freebies somewhat often, which is very nice. I've started, thanks to y'all, I've got the excuse to play this game by myself from the beginning, just to get used to the controls and everything, which is very nice of y'all. I've been looking for a reason to play this lately, and I haven't really found anything to put aside to play it with. So, and the miss. I hate those with a passion. Like I said, I can usually get timed hits with the physical attacks pretty daggum well, but that just didn't work out this time. Let's say I started the fight around 3:40 or something. The first fight has been about 4 minutes. I think thanks to the little power blast, I finished off Jinx quicker than anybody. But I could be wrong. Seriously, what is with this headset? Or maybe it's just my ears. I don't know, I've always had pretty good hearing. Okay, Quicksilver. If this was a game I'm more familiar with, like, I don't know, Shining Force, Golden Sun, if it was an RPG I'm familiar with, Final Fantasy VII, something like that, I'd be able to do live commentary, but I had next to no experience with this. What are some other RPGs I'm familiar with? Warsong, yeah. Which is kind of funny because there's this Top XX Sega Genesis games list. I made a list that's like 17. And majority of my games were either strategy games or RPGs. Or they were very, very violent. So. Or all three. Yeah, I'm kind of weird like that. And there's a freebie. That should be it. Well, 850. Took me about 5 minutes to beat him. Okay, that's very... I guess that's pretty slow. Quickly. Jinx Belt. And here's a little cutscene. Wish I could have skipped over this, but whatever. And now I get to switch out my character. I take out Bowser for Geno, because I like Geno. His attacks are much more easier to manage. His specials, at least. Swap out the amulet for a Jinx Belt, and give Geno the amulet. Get a True Form pin to Toadstool. I also like Geno because of his attacks. Not because just because they're easy to manage, just like the appearance of them. which usually doesn't really matter much to me, but I'm making an exception this time. I like the way the attack works, but I also like the way it looks. As long as the attack works, I usually don't care how it looks, but I really like how they didn't go with Genos. And here comes the second boss, Culex. It's supposedly from Final Fantasy IV, but I've played Final Fantasy IV and I don't recognize him at all. I recognize the crystals from, I think, Final Fantasy V, but not Culex himself. I just a little reading up, and apparently Dark Knight or something, the kind of monster he is, appears in Final Fantasy IV or something. I don't know. I know the boss music comes from that game. And pop up the crystallines and power blasts. Of course, if you sorry. If you don't know basic color and elements, I'll let you know. Red is fire. The one that's attacking now is blue, which is water. Yellow is earth, like sand, I'm guessing. Green has always been associated with wind. I've never really thought about why. Maybe color of spring, maybe? Because wind blows a lot during spring. Oh well. I just never really understood why it's associated with it. And its figure status, it decreases all damage you do by half. And I think it probably negates the effects of the Power Blast unless... Oh yeah, I was running a scan while I recorded this run, I forgot. So it may be a bit laggy. Flame! I think it's possible for the spells to miss like that. I don't know if it's done by timing or what. Yeah, that attack's annoying. It gets rid of all your buffs. With the exception of Red Essence. I do believe that the 3 items we were not supposed to use were Lazy Shell Weapon, Lazy Shell Armor, and the Star Egg. But if it's not one of the Lazy Shells, it's the Power Blast or Rock Candy. I don't see why the Power Blast would be one of the ones that they ban because of the fact that Shredder just gets rid of its effect. Although it is pretty annoying. So. Group Hug and Crystalline. That's starting to get annoying. Sorry, I think I've said this like 5 or 6 times over the last couple of weeks, but I have very good hearing. I can hear people talking from the other side of the trailer I live in while I have music playing in the room I'm in. I can hear them over the music sometimes. They're not yelling or anything, so you also hear their footsteps on the other trailer. So. And high-pitched noises really bother me. Which, along with the fact that I don't want the noise echoing into the headset, is why I have this volume all the way down. And this is when things start going south. Boulder! I'm guessing that you focus on green, then blue, then red, then yellow. I stopped playing Final Fantasy V once you got to the crystals because I got bored. I was doing some sort of special run. It's like a random class thing that I had on Twitter last year. nice. Seriously? That does 1 damage. But yeah, I really like Gino's Geno Flash because he turns into a cannon. So, like I said, his attacks are easy to manage because all you gotta do is hold the button and release it instead of just having to mash it in. Oh, there goes the Wind Crystal. And everything's about to go down south now. And not south like where I am. Even further. Alright. And Corona, was that called? Glass, oh goody. And there goes Peach. Shredder. I need to rewatch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I haven't seen that in a while. I've been in the mood for old movies lately. And old TV shows. I've started watching the introductions and some scenes from Highlander earlier. I may watch that instead. I also like how... What was that supposed to be, like a little sun or something? Yeah, I'm sorry if, despite my efforts, volume, the sound effects echo into the microphone. I tried. And there we go. Goodbye. And poor Mario. Flamestone. And that's it. Now I got 2 deaths on me. And I'm trying to regroup and bring back Mario and Peach, or Toadstool, so I can last a little longer. Get a freebie. This is how you don't have Power Blast or Crystalline equipped and taking full damage, which is a heck of a lot. And I won't last much longer. I decided just to end the video when I die, so. Anyways, this has been the last week of the Let's Play Olympics 2. I will see y'all whenever. Yeah. Have a good one.